Welcome back, America. I'm Peter Smith,
And I'm Ted Wesson.
and this is Fix Our Nation. Folks, Ted and I, like most of you, like many of us in America, don't always agree on all of the issues.
We don't?
No, we don't.
Oh, shit.
And Ted and I have been chatting the past couple of days about, well, the funding of our government right now, something that we're all seeing in the news. And we have been chatting about the 17th Amendment. The 17th Amendment, which was passed in 1912, ratified in 1913, took the power from the state legislators to directly appoint senators to their various states, to giving that vote directly to the people. Something that
Popularity contest, I think that's called.
Yep, that's fine. Popularity contest, something that I believe in, and Ted has some talking points that he shared with me this week on
Yes.
why he doesn't think that that's necessarily the best thing. Ted, would you please share with our audience what you feel about the 17th Amendment and how that's impacted us and where we're at today because of it?
Right. Well, my big contention with having the senators run the popularity contest every 6 years, we already have the representatives that do that. The founders of our country originally had it set up so that the representatives were directly elected by the populace, based on the population of each state. And then the Senate, as everybody knows, we get 2 of those from every state, so every state has an equal footing in the Senate. Were to be appointed by the state legislatures, and the state legislatures in turn are elected by the populace of each state. So in a roundabout way, the senators were appointed by representatives that they had voted on directly. So it wasn't, just a bunch of people in a dark room throwing darts at a board and picking names. Everybody knew who they were. So my contention is the 17th Amendment has opened up in our current situation with the continuing resolution, what's it been, like 3 weeks now that government hasn't been funded. So we got a lot of people, air traffic controllers, FBI, U.S. Marshals, Prison Bureau, a lot of people doing important jobs that aren't getting paid, but they still have to show up every day when they're on the schedule to show up. So at our current juncture, the minority leader, Chuck Schumer, is pretty much blocking the vote on the continuing resolution, which is pretty much the same continuing resolution that's been voted on numerous times during the Biden presidency. Oh yeah, by Chuck Schumer, with no problems. But now all of a sudden it's a problem because we have a new president. So my contention is...
I just want to ask, why do you think that Chuck Schumer is taking this position at this time?
Well, part of it is AOC, the representative from, I forget which area of New York, but it's basically one of the areas of New York City, has threatened to primary him to become the senator of New York. She wants an upgrade in her title, I guess. And she's pretty hard left of Chuck Schumer. I think the vast majority of the population of the U.S. Is pretty much near the center of the political scale. Some differences left and right, but I think the vast majority of the population is right near the center. So you got somebody like Chuck Schumer, which I believe is, an old school Democrat, just slightly left of center, fearful that he's going to lose re-election in 2 years. So he's kowtowing to the very vocal, hard left of the Democrat Party. So because he's worried about his election. Had the 17th Amendment not been passed and ratified, in the early 1900s. Chuck Schumer, if he was a senator in his position right now, would be insulated from the popularity contest that's going to happen in 2028 for him.
And the danger in that popularity contest is?
He loses his position. You know, like most politicians, you know, they get into power and be it the state or federal position, and you know it's all about stature and keeping your power. So you know he's got decades in the Senate. You know, he doesn't want to lose that.
And what do you think the solution is right now with our discussion on the 17th Amendment and what you think should happen, could happen?
Well, in a perfect world, I would like to see the 17th Amendment be repealed, which is a uphill battle because now that it's become a popularity contest, it's become very partisan. You know, it's like the party in power wants to stay in power. And you know, like right now, I believe it was the big beautiful bill that was passed in the summer, sometime around July 4th, I think, is when it was passed and signed into law by now President Trump. Did away with a lot of social programs, a lot of spending that the Doge team may have identified, and maybe some that were pet peeves of the president anyways. You know, as a country, we're 37 plus trillion dollars in debt. That's trillion with a T. That's a big stack of bills. I'd like to have a fraction of that in my bank account. So they want to refund to the tune of $1.5 trillion. A lot of programs that were stripped out in the big beautiful bill. They want to refund NPR. Love it or hate it, you know, whatever. I'm not arguing whether NPR or PBS is a good thing or a bad thing, but a lot of that funding was cut, and because as a nation we're pretty well broke. So they want to refund that. They want to give money to health care. You know, we had something passed during the Obama administration called the Affordable Care Act, and now they're screaming and yelling that health care is unaffordable, so they want to give a part of that $1.5 trillion to health care to make it more affordable. But I thought we had a bill to make it more affordable. They want to start refunding things called DEI programs. Basically, they gave a lot of money to foreign countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, and like Saudi Arabia to study like gender studies and some other things like that. So there's a lot of things that the Democrats are, that I think Chuck Schumer is putting his foot down on, trying to kowtow to the hard left of the Democrat Party right now.
And your position is, as you stated, if we didn't have the 17th Amendment as it is passed
Right.
and ratified, that we might possibly not be in this situation.
Yes, I feel it's probably a pretty good chance that this continuing resolution would have been passed as soon as it came up for vote in the Senate, and all these people that are now not getting paid, that are federal employees, would be getting their paychecks.
Well, folks, you've heard our different viewpoints on this from someone that believes in direct one person, one vote, directing their votes for who they want to be in office, to Ted's position, who thinks the 17th Amendment was a mistake and appointments certainly served us better as a nation. We would certainly like to hear your viewpoints. We appreciate your commentary. We enjoy reading and responding to your commentary. Every time you like, support, subscribe, and ring that bell, you certainly help create and build this content that we're bringing to you. We hope that you enjoy it. We can't wait to see you until next time. I'm Peter Smith.
I'm Ted Wesson.
This is Fix Our Nation. Thanks, folks.